What's up, guys? This is Unholy Asylum here, bringing you another Let's Play on my channel. This is actually Resident Evil. What is it called? Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles or something. I forget the actual name of it, but I rented this and started playing it. I only have this video and another one of me playing it because I didn't really record that much because I didn't want to really do kind of a series on it to where I'm only gonna have it for a short period of time, and I didn't want to make a whole series about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and say you'll see me using that little scanning thing a lot in this gameplay, but which it kind of aggravates me too. About, I mean, it's neat how you can find hidden items with it and all this, but it's kind of aggravating that you have to scan every enemy that you kill, because if you get 100% full scan on your thing or whatever, you see the number on the top, you get 100%, you get a health item, which to me isn't that big of a deal. I still like how Resident Evil 4 and 5 and 6, you just, you pick them up randomly, but this one, you still pick them up, but you don't pick them up nearly as often as you did in the other games. But I did. If I had to give this game a rating, maybe 3 out of 5 so far from what I played, I'd say 3 out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5 at the most. It's not a bad game. I mean, I do like how they brought back more of the survival horror. Well, not survival horror, but more of the kind of feeling of that you're playing a Resident Evil game, where it's just kind of suspenseful and eerie and stuff like that, instead of being just, just some game where it's like a run and gun shooter almost. Now, the way they're trying to make it, you see, that's the main enemy that you have to kill too. It's kind of like, if you've ever played Resident Evil 4, they're kind of like the regenerators. Now, if you shoot off their arms or legs or whatever, they grow back. But these don't grow back. They just take a shit ton of bullets to kill them. You'll see I run out of ammo 5 or 6 times trying to kill one of them. And apparently, from what I've understood about the story, that the people I'm playing as were sent here. It's weird because it does this first mission, and then on the second mission you go back and it shows why they were on the boat and all this. But the guy that she just looked into the door and saw was supposed to be Chris Redfield, and him and his partner were supposed to be in the mountains somewhere, in the snowy mountains or whatever, doing their own mission, and they weren't supposed to be in the ocean because they lost their signal. So they sent us to go out and try to find why they lost the signal and whatnot, the normal thing that usually happens. But and the reason I also would give it 3.5 stars would probably be because when you aim, it's kind of like when you move the crosshair, if you're using like the actual pistol and stuff to shoot with, instead of the scanning tool works fine when you move. It's smooth, but it seems like when you aim with a gun, it's kind of sluggish and it doesn't want to move right. It kind of wants to lag across the screen a little bit. But besides that, I mean, you can still get killed. You can still kill the zombies and everything else. It's not that big of a deal, but it kind of frustrated me to where I'm used to like Call of Duty and stuff, just smoothly going across the screen and not having to worry about my crosshairs kind of glitching across the screen. But, and another thing about, like in the other ones, when you find like a merchant or whatever, you could upgrade your guns and stuff. This one you actually have to find the parts, like the increased firepower and stuff like that. You actually have to find the parts to be able to upgrade your gun, which I like the idea of it, but it's kind of annoying because they went back to where the old Resident Evil games where they would hide stuff well, and you would find guns just randomly in places and stuff. But this one, I think they kind of overdone it because it's like the sniper rifle is just in some random spot, and you would never have thought that it would have been right there or anywhere near there. But for all of I know a lot of the old, especially the older Resident Evil fans of the older games love the puzzles and everything, and they do a good job of the puzzles in this game. From what I played, they had a few kind of they weren't challenging, I guess I could say, because I had to look up one or two, but they weren't challenging. They were just kind of, when it would tell you, like, when you had to, I think one you'll see, you have to like connect the dots or whatever, these like circuits or whatever, not dots, but you have to connect them, but it doesn't really give you kind of, or let you see like a picture or something of how they, like in other Resident Evil games, it would kind of have like a picture beside of it that you had to look at and match or whatever, or something like that. But this one, they're kind of just like, here's the puzzle, now you got to figure it out. But besides that, the overall gameplay was good, and I will admit that especially this boat part kind of makes you have that eerie feeling that you're actually there trying to, because you're kind of anxious and nervous about what if there's going to be enemies around that corner, and the zombies just randomly come out of the most random spots. Because you'll see on some they just drop out of the ceiling, and others they just crawl out of the floor and everything else. But I don't think I will buy this game, just because I didn't think it was that good enough to buy. Like I said, I didn't enjoy it like I've done the previous ones. And it's more of something to kind of just pick up and play. Pick up and play when you're bored, or if you just or if you're big into trophies, you can try to get the platinum trophy for it, which I was big into getting the trophies, but I kind of slowed down on that because I just got tired of the grind and everything else to get every single trophy. I still do on games that I really like. I will still go and try to get the trophies for, but it's like, because mainly I've been playing Call of Duty here, so I platinumed the Modern Warfare 3, and after that it was just kind of ridiculous, and I just got tired of it because I don't see the point in really. If you don't really like the game, what's the point of doing the extra stuff for it? If you don't like it, you're just gonna go back and trade it in anyways. Or some people do it because some people do it just to get the platinum, just to say they have, say, like 20 platinums or something, or they make a bet with their friends and see who can get the most platinums or whatever. But let's see, this part is where, yes, I get the key, and then we have to go I get the key to unlock the door that Chris was supposedly in, the guy that was handcuffed. Well, his hands were cuffed and he was sitting in the chair or whatever. I still don't know what the deal with that woman is, because if you can tell, she kind of has some sort of uniform on, and it's weird because they say that she's just one of the crew or whatever, but I've never seen somebody on a boat wear something like that. But you never know. But I wouldn't, if people want to ask if I would recommend this game, I would, for Resident Evil fans, to go through and play this, since it is the the 3DS one that they brought, the console or whatever, but I wouldn't recommend it really for just people that want to experience, will get the full experience of Resident Evil. If you want to do that, I would say either get Resident Evil 4 off of the PlayStation Store, or get, I'd say Resident Evil 5 was okay, but it wasn't really the best that they've had. So I'd say either get Resident Evil 4 off the PlayStation Store, or get Resident Evil 6. I know a lot of people didn't really care for 6, but I thought, to me, it was one of my favorites. So you see how many, it takes like 10 shots to kill one of those guys. But I know it's not the next video is not the completely next section of this video or gameplay or whatever. I do skip a little bit just because I didn't want to record I just didn't feel like recording some parts because I thought it was kind of long and drawn out and boring. I wanted to do the beginning of the game, just to kind of, so you get kind of a thought of what the game was about. I don't know if you can hear what they're saying in the cutscenes good or not from me talking in the commentary, and where I've got the game sound turned down. I'll probably turn it back up a little bit so you can kind of hear what's going on. But the main story from what I've got so far is that once we get back and save once we try to go back after, like I said, after this it goes back to Chris and his partner in the mountains, and we have to do their side of the mission, find out why they're on the boat, or supposedly on the boat. But that one actually I thought was a lot funner than this one. This mission, I don't know if it was just where we were on the boat or what, but it seemed the spaces seemed kind of cramped up. It didn't seem like there was much, just cramped up. You just see rooms like this where you don't really have space to move. I mean, I don't mind it if it's, a few rooms like this, just to give that kind of intense feeling that the zombie's coming at you and you gotta, kill him before he kills you. But to have the whole entire map like that, it gets kind of annoying after a while. But let me know if you, my viewers, subscribers, whatever, would like to see more of these Let's Play on my channel. I know that I mainly upload Call of Duty, but I wanted to try something different, like I said in the Killzone video. And you see, I was messing around with the settings, trying to see if there was a way to increase the sensitivity on the gun. Well, not the gun, but the crosshairs. But of course there isn't. But I think I played a little bit too much Call of Duty, and that guy scared the crap out of me. I was coming through and I thought there was an enemy standing right there. But we finally get into the room where Chrissy is, and then I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'll just let the cutscene go and show what happens. See, I thought he was decapitated there for a second, and you see it's actually a doll, and it was a trap the whole time. But anyways, let me know if you guys want to see more of these videos. And I will say real quick, that flag is supposed to be a terrorist group that done some biochemical thing, and they're coming back. They thought they had arrested them all or killed them all, but they're coming back. I'll explain more in the second video, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Peace. Valentine.